feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
Bullhorn Betty did a live stream today, and she, in my opinion, defames, sfinvestigates, and talks about doxing. Let's take a look.
There was something else addressed yesterday, and I've been thinking about whether to address it here. Sorry, my lips peel so much. Whether I was going to address it here or if I was just going to kind of let it go, because I just don't see what good it's going to do. But you guys know, when I get cases, I take them and I hold them close to my chest, you know. And here with Layla and Layla Santinello's mom, Jen, and seeing everything she's going through has been very bothersome for me, you know, because when things like this happen and people go missing or people, you know, are murdered or whatever a number of other things are, we as a community should be coming out and helping and rallying our support around the families that are dealing with the most difficult time in their life. This is not a competition. This is not where we withhold information. Everything I get, I give to Jen. Jen distributes it as she chooses. We literally hold nothing back from the family. We don't, you know, if George or Brittany called me today or tomorrow, I would tell them exactly what I tell Jennifer. It's neither here nor there. But somehow or another, and this is why I tell anybody, and this is going to be my drumbeat from this point forward, stay away from internet PIs. Stay away from them. They are absolutely no good. All they're in it is to exploit your situation, because by nature, PIs don't want to be known. Okay, their business is not to be public. It's not to be broadcasted. It's not to be the eye of attention. What a PI wants to do is be under the radar, out of the limelight, be able to kind of exist in this area. So if you're trying to be a PI and you are a PI, the PIs I work with, they don't want to be publicly, they don't mind going on and talking about a case here or there, but they're not wanting to be public with their cases because it hinders their ability to get information. This is well known. This is very, 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 very much well known. So trying to have somebody out in the limelight, it doesn't make it, and especially when they're trolling missing person cases to find clients. So they're actually hunting for clients. And then they approach a family and say, hey, you know, I really think I can help you. You know, my name's so-and-so. I'm happy to do this pro bono for you, you know, at least get you some information, da-da-da-da. And then you find out it's not that. It's, well, why don't you go ahead and start a GoFundMe? You know, I'm going to need some airfare here, airfare there. And it went from that to now, oh, we have all of this groundbreaking information that nobody else has, but we're not going to tell anybody about. And this is the game that a lot of people fall prey to when they deal with these online PIs. So nothing's getting done. Everybody's being bamboozled. And then it becomes a competition of who has the most information and who doesn't. Meanwhile, there's still a 20-year-old, 21-year-old girl missing while you guys are playing these games. There's still a 21-year-old girl missing while you guys are playing these games. The one thing that I can honestly say I'm thankful for in my communications. Now Jen doesn't know me. She doesn't have to take my suggestions at all. But if there's a situation, I will provide a suggestion. One of my suggestions to her was to get a PI in her state and in her community. One that can be there, that can work and not have to waste money on traveling. Because every time they have to spend $1, you're spending $2. Okay? So it's very important that you have somebody nearby, close to you, so you can get as much bang for the buck as possible. That's why people don't usually use PIs from different states, because it's too costly. So now we went from it being pro bono to, oh, you need to raise money to help pay for my expenses. But I advise that, you know, get a local PI from Tennessee. I didn't make a suggestion to any specific PI, anybody that I've worked with, quite frankly. When I was asked, do I have any suggestions? I don't know anybody in Tennessee that I can recommend, because I've never worked with a PI in Tennessee. I worked one in New Hampshire, worked one in Texas. I worked one with one in Utah. I've never worked one in Tennessee. I don't know somebody in Tennessee. So I told her, I said, I don't know, but, you know, check with your friends. You know, maybe somebody has a good recommendation. You want somebody that you trust to give you a good recommendation on who you choose to hire. So just to let you know, I was fully removed. All I said was, I think you just need a PI. I didn't know that this Yahoo was involved with the other parents or even being in the mix or talking. I had no idea. I just knew whatever PI they were using wasn't giving them the right information, because I heard what they were receiving for information. I went there and that was not the information I got. So I don't know how I can, you know, what I could say, but I'm just saying that the information, I know what I got, right? I know I'm there. And there is, there's information that's not what you're saying. So long story short, I said, whoever's doing this, I had no idea it was him. So he took offense to it and decided to blast me all over Twitter over lies. But it wasn't that. It was I was grifting. Well, I haven't collected any money, so how am I grifting? But the goalpost kept changing. It was never about me grifting. It was about how good he was, how much better he was. Competition. But I'm not going out there. I'm not going out there until somebody pays for me to go out there. Then how do you know any of this? This guy's an idiot. not know because, again, Jen and I don't talk very often. And unless I'm coming there to search or, need to coordinate with her or something, I don't talk to her on a daily basis. I don't find out information. I'm literally learning a lot of this case on the Help Find Layla Santanello Facebook group and what Jen is posting on her TikTok. That's where I'm getting a lot of my information, no different than you. I've got no upper hand. The only upper hand I have in this is the fact that I go out there and I'm getting information and relaying whatever I find back to Jen when I'm there. That's it. Well, this last, I'm in the Facebook group and I see this post in there and her wanting to come out and talk about what was going on with Steve and SF Investigates and all this other stuff. And I'm just like, this is the Yahoo that was kicked, that the family, Kylie Rodney's family, he's going to lie to your face and say he wasn't. He was kicked out. He had to shut his Twitter page down for I don't know how long. He kicked everybody out of his Twitter. He was highly embarrassed. He did it to himself. And then he's got this group of online whatevers now as part of his team. I'm wondering if they're getting paid for the shenanigans, but either way, I digress. And they have attacked Layla's mom. They have, they're now withholding. Well, I don't think he has any information. I think he's just lying about the information to make himself look like he's doing something to get money. That's what I think it is. And so now he's saying that he has all this information, but he's not going to give it to Jennifer, the mother of this girl. So my question is, are they out there really to help this case or help themselves? Because it surely, as I had predicted early on in this case, it surely feels like they're looking out for their interests and nobody else's. And then this Yahoo decides to come into that chat and tries to become a member so he can address it. No, you've addressed enough, sir. I think you've done enough. If George and Brittany have, faith in you, that's their faith to have in you. But your behavior sucks. Your professionalism sucks. And if you come after this family, if you come after Jen, you're going to have a lot of problems, sir. I can promise. You may want to just slow your roll because remember, you are a licensed PI. And I'm sure that there is a lot of news organizations out there eager to interview you over the 14 people that you supposedly brought home. And please do not forget, I do stir up one of the best people that can get a lot of attention to something. There's nobody better than me. So please, this is going to be my final request. Work with George and Brittany. Stop hindering this investigation. If you have information, release it. This is not a competition. Somebody's life matters here that you're toying with. And if George and Brittany are okay and comfortable with you playing with their daughter and their daughter's life, like you are, that's on them. That's on them. But I hope that stops. And don't ever use this guy, ever. Guys, if you see him, you need to be warning these people of this person and what he does. He's a con man with a PI license. Does he do work at PI? I'm sure he does. Well, what makes me think that he's a con man and why my opinion is that he's a con man? Because he trolls missing persons. He tells them that he'll help them for free, but it's not for free. It's, oh, I need traveling expenses. Let's see how many channels we can get you on to raise funds for me to come out and help you. That's exploitation of a family, SF Investigates. Exploitation. Exploitation for financial gain. So, again, I prayed on whether I was going to bring it up, but this came straight from Jennifer. I found out about it yesterday, late yesterday. I don't know which one of you guys sent it to me, but somebody sent it to me. And it's exactly why I tell people don't mess with these people on the internet. This is the nonsense. This is the drama that cases do not need. What is Steve doing to help with attacking Jennifer Santanello? Nothing. What kind of pig would withhold information from a mother? A pig. An unprofessional pig. A donkey. That's who. We don't play with PIs like that. I'm going to always say this, and I'm going to say this because I am truthful with my audience. If you have a missing or murdered person, you PI local to you that can work for you. You don't travel in a PI that has to say he found 14 people, but can't prove he found 14 people. That's the kind of nonsense you get yourself into when you monkey F around with these stupid idiots on the internet. We owe nobody nothing. We don't answer to anybody. And we are here for the victims. And we are not going to have victims pimped out across YouTube for financial gain for these people that have not lifted one finger to help and spend 15 minutes on the case and 3 hours complaining about another creator. That's not a true crime. That's a drama channel. We are true crime here. We help. We don't sit on our hands. We don't complain about problems. If we see a problem, we get off of our butts and do something about it. That's what we are about. That's what we will continue to do. And we will continue to expose people that have unclean hands. And SF Investigates, your hands are unclean in this entire mess. Shame on you. Shame on the shenanigans you and your people brought into this mess. This is about Layla Santanello. This is not about your pocketbook. This is not about your need to be in the middle of the spotlight. This is not about your need to be financially secure. This is a person's life. And if you were worth your weight of salt as a PI, you would have done what any other reputable PI would have done and advised them to get a PI in their state and in the county where the girl disappeared from. That would have been the suggestion of every single PI that I work with. But you, for some reason, don't want to handle yourself like other PIs. Maybe that's why you're such a failure. You might be nice to people and blow smoke up their ass, especially families that are relying on you. But even all those families that came to bat for you, not one of them could say you found their family member. They just said you're a nice guy. Well, we're not looking for a nice guy. We're looking for somebody that can find somebody. That's what we're looking for. That's what we're looking for. And since no one person exists that matches that description, we get things like search parties together. There's no Superman cape on the back of me or the people that come out there and look on the ground. And I heard another creator said, oh, it's just walking. Well, listen, creator, since it's just walking, it's so easy, and you're in Tennessee, buddy, why don't you come out and do a search with Bullhorn Betty? I bet you by the time you are done, you're going to say that felt like work. Because it's not just walking. It's scaling up hills. It's having a 100-pound backpack on you trying to scale a hill and trying to keep yourself balanced as you check out something you see. It's not easy. Not easy. When we bring people out there, we just want them to point out things. We don't want them to go up in the woods and look. That's what we do. So, all right, guys, I'm turning on the phones for those that would like to call in. This is going to be a long live. Oh, thank you. Love you too. This is going to be kind of, oh, don't call in just yet. Hold on. I just realized I don't have this up. And if you call in, you're going to be doxxed. And you're going to dox yourself. And then I'm going to be blamed for it. They're going, oh my God, Bullhorn. And this is another thing I want everybody to be. What people call doxed. First of all, it is not illegal. It is not illegal anywhere in the United States to call somebody by their lawful legal name. I just want to let everybody know that out there. I can say your name. You can say my name. If there's an unwritten rule that you want anonymity, my suggestion would be don't be picking on people. Don't be bullying on people, because that's a good way for you not to be anonymous anymore. If you want to be anonymous and do your true crime or even do your political thing or even hell, do whatever you do. Don't be picking on people. Don't be bullying people. And you'll stay anonymous. Nobody will care whether you stay anonymous or not. But when you start doing stuff that can get you sued, you don't have the ability to remain anonymous anymore. And that's what people don't understand. You don't have the ability. You can be sued in the United States of America, and there is not one court in this country that will prevent that from happening. Not one, with good cause. Not one.
I would like to thank you for watching my video. Please like, subscribe, and ring the little bell. I will see you next time.